What's going on, guys? Today, well, it's like almost 12 o'clock at night, but I figured why not do a video? And if you hear a bunch of rubbing, it's like 20-some degrees here. So, yeah, it's freezing. And it snowed last night, but it didn't stick. But in my last video, what's going on with my hair? But anyway, in the last video, well, not the last video, but the time before the last video, I think it was, I'm not sure. I promised that we would get a new four-wheeler. Well, we did. We did. But I got it like 3 months ago. I didn't get it today or anything. I just didn't have the time to make a video about it whenever it was brand new. I mean, it's still brand new. It's 22 model, so. But, it's got all your features. It is right here. It is a 2022. Hang on. Here's the other side. 2022 Honda Foreman 520 FM1 foot shift. It has four-wheel drive diff lock. It's got digital screen. It's got everything that you would want for a four-wheeler. And I mean, the 350 I used to make videos about. I still got it. But, you know, I just wanted something. That had a digital screen. See, those screens, actually, if you take this plastic piece off, the screen looks huge. But if you take that plastic piece off, it's just like that big. But anyway, this is the straight axle. Not the independent. I didn't want independent. Independent, I think. I mean, you try to do donuts, you'll flip. So, because it tries to fold the shock up and out instead of like in. This right here, it stays straight at all times. So you can do donuts, wheelies, whatever you want. You can still do wheelies with the independent. Now, if you're looking to buy a four-wheeler like a Honda product, get a 520. I mean, that's just straight out. Get a Honda Foreman or a Rubicon 520. The Rubicons, I mean, you can get the Rubicons, how it says Rubicon right here. I'm going to do my plastic where it says, I'm going to peel all these stickers off, and where it says Foreman straight down. I think it's going to look good. I'm going to do it in black. But, so far I've had good luck out of this four-wheeler. Never had no problems. It's 4 months old. Never had any problems. I've just kept it serviced. These new four-wheelers, every 600 miles, you got to change the engine oil. And I think it's 1,000 miles, change the front and rear differential fluid. No, that's fine. I've serviced it, kept it serviced, and I've never had no problems out of it. But this is a 2022 Honda Foreman 520 FM1. I don't know if I already said that or not. I'm sorry if I did. But straight up, if you're going to get one, like I said, get a 520 Foreman or a 520 Rubicon. Don't get an independent rear suspension. Please. Get a straight axle. And usually the Rubicons, they got independent. I mean, I used to be a Rancher guy, straight up. I still am. Rancher. Oh, I love Ranchers. Ever since I got this Foreman, I hated a Foreman. I did not want a Foreman. But I was like, why not? It's brand new. Try it out. They just come out. And I was like, why not get a Foreman? Just so we could try it out, because, I mean, I had a 350 Rancher. I know how a Rancher is. They're hard to die. So, I went and got this. But if you want, like, a cheap four-wheeler, not so cheap, but the Ranchers are, like, $6,000. They're actually a really good deal. But if you want, like, a good mud bogging four-wheeler, slap you some big tires on this. This is 26s. They come with 25s. I changed tires. Then we're 26s. It pulls them great. Rev limiter, just like that. Governor, they got governors on them, 53. The Foremans do. I'm not sure about the Rubicons. But this one has a governor of 53. But still, with these 26s, you can't even tell that you got 26s on it. 27s, I'd say you wouldn't tell either. These right here, they got so much power, they try to wheelie in third gear. With the stock tires, you'll wheelie third gear, sitting, just regular sitting, third gear, Easy, you'll wheelie. Fourth gear, tries to stand up. Fifth gear, the plastics raise up about that much. But like, if you really, like, I was going to make a video on it, but we built my truck. We got it done besides the rims. The rims ain't come in for it. We got everything done to my truck. We built my truck during the wintertime. I didn't get a four-wheeler then whenever I said I was. But I did get this around the first start of summer. No, it was around the middle of summer I got it. But straight up, Foreman 520s ain't got nothing on 420 Ranchers, 400 Ranchers. It ain't got nothing on a 500 Foreman. These right here, they're better. Now a 500 Foreman, I love a 500 Foreman too. And a 420 Rancher. I love a 420 Rancher. Or I love 400 Rancher. Or a 350, because that 350 that's in my videos, it has been a really, really good four-wheeler. And it was always reliable. But the 350s has a bad problem of bending valves. And I bent a valve on that one. And then, I won't say 3 or 4 months later, it started knocking again in the motor. And it's the valves. The valve seats, the valve seats ain't staying in. So, as soon as it started doing that, I was like, all right, let's just go look around. We ain't gonna buy nothing. We ain't gonna buy nothing. Let's just go look around. So, I first looked at razors. Way too expensive. Then, I stopped by my local Power Sports. Hadn't been there yet, but I seen they had four-wheelers. And I didn't know that they had this one, because they had this one. They built that one, they built mine the same day and took it in and put it on the floor. And literally, I walked in, I was like, I want that 520. We done everything. We went back next day, got it, because they had to service it and everything. They made sure everything was ready to go on it. And I bring it home, and it has been an absolute best four-wheeler ever. It don't have no trouble starting up in, like, it was like, I think it got down to almost 20 degrees last night. Whenever I woke up, it was like 30, I believe, 30. And fired up, no problem. Now, there are one thing. Whenever it starts flashing low fuel, you can drive it for probably 7 miles. Ain't got reserve. And they do not, they actually have the port, I don't know if you can see it, for the pull string. But it ain't pull start. But so far, this is a really good four-wheeler. It's got a dry box right here. It's got all my tire plug and stuff in it. Then, it's got another dry box right here, which I keep a lock and my sunglasses in. Then, it has this holder right here where your four-wheel drive, I don't know if you can see it, it's right here, where your four-wheel drive would go on a 420 Rancher. Then, right here's your, there's your selection. You got diff lock and four-wheel drive. It has a screen, but I ain't got my key to it, so. Then I busted this, but I went and ordered a new one, and it's tinted. They still keep the drum brakes on the straight axle, but I mean, in my opinion, the drum brakes on the back is the best. You never have a problem out of them. I put disc brakes on the back, and they didn't work. I went riding the same day. They stopped working. Put my drum back on. Now, it's got front disc brakes, which are the best. Front disc are the best. I converted that 350 to a front disc brake and kept the back on the 350 a drum, because they always work no matter what. The drums always worked. Now, I did have to order a brake cam, and there's a small dent in my radiator right there. And I don't know how I done that. I don't know. I don't think I'd hurt it. I shouldn't. But, you know, you got your plastic, they pop off. This is one big piece. It ain't like an older four-wheeler. It pops off. It's one big piece. And it's really, like, I like this four-wheeler better than any four-wheeler I've rode. And I've rode a lot of four-wheelers. I've rode a lot of side-by-sides. I've been on a Can-Am 1000. I've been on a Honda Foreman 500. I've been on a 420 Rancher. Been on a 400. Been on a 250 Recon. I've been on a 680 Recon. This right here, so far, I think is better than all of them. I mean, it's kind of a tie in between the 420 Rancher and the 520, but the 520 has more power. You can do more stuff with the 520. 420 is a lot smaller. It'll go, like, I've never had a problem going any place with this. It's always went, never got stuck. Besides, I jumped it into a pond one time and got stuck because it was straight mud. I thought it was just water, but, you know, it sunk. The mud was up to, like, right here. Whenever I pulled it out, there was mud in my floorboards. I mean, it was like this thick. So, you know, so far, I have not got stuck. Even with bald tires, I have not got stuck. That diff lock saves you a lot. 420s do not have the option of diff lock. They got the option of just locking four-wheel drive that slips. Now, that is good because you won't break axles, you won't twist axles, and you won't break wheel bearings. But the only time I use diff lock is if I get stuck on, like, rocks or something, or want to take a picture. And say this tire, I got it full drive, this tire won't spin, lock it, diff lock, this tire will spin. That's the only thing I use diff lock for. I really never have to put it in diff lock. But, like, you know, I went and bought this speaker from Walmart. They're a little bit more expensive now, but they're actually a lot louder than whenever they was just $89. Well, like 100 and something now, but that right there is a really good investment. But I'm going to get a sound bar for it. And I'm looking to build this four-wheeler, so I will make videos about that. But I figured it's been like a year, and I was like, wait, I got a new four-wheeler, I have to make a video, because I told everybody I would. But, really, if you're going to get a 520, it's the best way to go. No questions asked, best way, 520, through and through. If you're going to get a 420, get a 420. Get what you want, get what you like, but I'm just giving you the, you know, showing you the options that you have. It's got a ton of power, the 520 does. The 420s do too, they stand up really easy. But the 520s have a ton of power. You can pull just about anything you want. I mean, I pulled a truck, I pulled a car. I pulled just about anything with this right here. Besides a house, it won't pull a house, of course. It's a four-wheeler. But they'll pull, and they dig. Like with these tires I have, they come with 25s, these are 26s, and them tires, they just dig. They don't sink. They get the dirt out of the way, and they keep moving. But that's all that I wanted to do for this video, because I will get another video maybe tomorrow or the next day, whenever I can get time. I'll get another video of, you know, like a tour, driving it, you know, going through mud and all kinds of stuff. I'll get another video like that. But that's going to be it for right now. And whenever next time I go riding, I will make a YouTube video. And I'll show you how diff lock and how four-wheel drive and everything works, which you probably know, but I'm just going to show you how much more diff lock helps if you don't have a diff lock four-wheeler. And if you're looking to buy one, I'll just show you how much more diff lock helps. This is a FM1. They make a FM2, but which the FM2 is the same thing as the FM1 besides power steering. Mine don't have power steering. I did not want power steering because I think power steering is just way more problems. Like, if a power steering pump goes bad, you're out money. Mine ain't got power steering. I ain't got to worry about that. But that's going to be it on this one today. I will make more videos about it later on. But if you want to see more of the 520, please give me a like, give me a follow, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.